Welcome back to No Smoke with Hawaii Johnny. That's right, we're live and high in the middle of the Pacific, talking today about power sources. That's right. These past few weeks, we've been really diving deep in the vaporization process. And the interesting thing about these little devices that allow us to vaporize plant matter and consume it is that they all have their own various power sources. Okay, so today I wanted to discuss all the different types, and I wanted to start specifically with the electronic powered vapes. These are vapes that can be categorized into either battery operated vaporizers. Okay, these now when we think about battery operated vaporizers, this could be something that is removable batteries or non-removable batteries, depending on your construction, depending on the intention of the person actually making your device, will actually determine what they expect. See, to have a removable battery tends to be a lot more useful for people, just to be able to remove it and change it out. But this requires much better machining and much more attention to detail so that the end user can safely use any battery that they choose. Ideally, good batteries. That's why when you find cheaper model vapes, you tend to find non-removable batteries, I find, because, well, it actually helps to cut down on costs. They don't have to be worried as much if the end user is going to be changing things out as much. Now, when we think about that battery, it does run out. It has to be recharged. The other option when we think about electronic vaporizers is a desktop vape. That is something that it usually has a supercharged heater that plugs directly into the wall or some other battery unit. And this allows the end user to have usually a convection style heating element that allows that person to consume consistently throughout the day. Electronics are amazing, and I think it's part of the beauty of this whole community. It blends together design and art and engineering, but it doesn't always require electronics. There's a growing market of vaporizers that actually use flames. Now, when we think about that, again, we're not combusting, we're not causing any smoke to appear. So usually, most of them are going to require a butane flame, and that's going to allow directional heat, highly concentrated where the user wants down a specific heat path to allow that temperature to rise at a controlled rate so that the plant matter can heat up and the end user can then consume it in any way through various paths. So usually you're going to see butane lighters that are going to be used because they're more directional. But I did want to shout out companies like Dynavap, who has shown that their unit can actually be used with any heating source. So it's pretty amazing to see the creativity and how different creators use different heat sources to allow that plant matter to heat up and for us to consume it. Because that's really all that's happening there. Now, as we talk about heating up, I wanted to take this chance to open up our Steam event. That's right. That's where me and my Auntie Lay, we go through all the comments and the 5-star reviews in wherever you're listening to this podcast. And we go through any questions that you wrote appropriately and without any curse words. We still haven't gotten any questions in any of our reviews, but I did get a question in person and I wanted to address it. When we talk about the vaporization process on this show, are we talking about oils? No, we're not. I'm actually talking about flower, dry herb, really up to you, whether it be CBD, medical marijuana, or some other mixture of plants matter that you'd like to consume. So that's really what we're talking about here. I know there are a lot more oils usually connected to that word vape and vaporizer. Personally, it's harder for me to find trust in consistent usage of an oil just because I don't really know comes from. It just seems a little too processed for me. So on this show, when I'm talking about no smoke, I'm talking about no smoke with plant matter, flowers, dried herb. Big mahalo for listening today. Hope y'all keep those questions coming. I hope y'all keep listening. We'll catch up with you next week on No Smoke with Hawaii Johnny.